Yo, what's up guys? This is the final video in my week-long Araxxor series. Throughout the past week, I have been trying to learn Araxxor and I've been sharing my experiences with you guys as well as the loot. Actually, it was mainly focused on the loot as opposed to the experiences. But the main point of this week was to get good at Araxxor as well as get some great loot whilst doing it. Prior to this, I had like 100 Araxxor kills, but mainly on path 2. I could only do it with ranged effectively, and even then I still could not do it that well. But now I finally know how to do path 1 effectively. And now all my kills are sub 6 minutes, mainly around 5 minutes 10ish, and that's great for me. I mean, I've only been doing this for literally a week. I know there are great PVMers out there that get much faster kills, but for me right now I'm happy with that. So if I were to concentrate fully, I could definitely achieve around 9 to 10 kills an hour, obviously if I don't die whilst doing it. So yeah, I'm happy in regards to that. But the main thing that you guys watch these videos for are the loot, so this is what we gained this week. Day 1 was definitely our best day. We ended up getting 22 mil worth of normal items, plus we got the spider leg middle, 2 Araxxor webs, and 1 Araxxor fang. We just got insanely lucky that day. I really didn't expect it when I started trying to learn Araxxor, and prior to this I actually got really unlucky. I think the first 100 kills or so that I mentioned earlier, within all those kills I think I was completely dry, and then towards the end I actually did end up getting a spider leg. And then upon our return to Araxxor, we got all of that. So it's really crazy how our luck turned around, especially throughout the week. And then the very next day we got 23 mil in normal loot and the spider leg bottom. So 2 spider legs in 2 days. I was extremely happy with this. All we needed was the spider leg top in order to finish our spider leg, and we already had the fang as well, so we had the hilt to put on the spider leg once we were finished. And at this point I kind of knew we were going to get the spider leg top, especially if we learned how to do path 1 effectively, because if we didn't get it then we would have just been so unlucky. But after the next couple of days I was actually thinking, oh shit, what if we don't get it? Because within those 2 days, on day 3 we got 21 mil in normal loot and we got an Araxxor web, and then on day 4 we got 31 mil in normal loot and we also got another Araxxor web. So after that I was actually starting to worry, but all my worries got swept away on day 5 because we got 44 mil in normal loot and the spider leg top. And after that it was just plain sailing from there. The next day we got 48 mil in normal loot plus 2 Araxxor eyes, and at that point we completed Araxxor in terms of unique drops, and that's obviously not including the pet. So I think I mentioned this on day 6. If Araxxor was on during my Road to Roll boss drop series, I would have completed Araxxor on day 6. But unfortunately Araxxor's not on there yet, so I'm going to have to come back to Araxxor once it gets added. But obviously I don't mind that now since I actually know how to kill Araxxor effectively and really enjoy it now. To end off the week we got 23 mil in normal loot and we also got another spider leg top. So in the future all I have to do is get another spider leg middle and another spider leg bottom, and I'll be able to complete another full spider leg. So that definitely gives me more incentive to do even more Araxxor. But anyway, let's take a look at the totals for this week. We got 1 spider leg bottom and middle, 2 spider leg tops, 2 Araxxor eyes, 1 Araxxor fang, and 4 Araxxor webs. We got pretty unlucky on the webs. Obviously not pretty unlucky in terms of actually getting the hilt drop, because I think the hilt drop is like 1 in 120, so in terms of that we actually got insanely lucky with how many we got throughout the kills. But I mean, come on, just give me 4 fangs instead of 4 webs. In terms of charms, because I'm sure a few of you would want to see this, we got 374 gold, 180 green, 1379 crimson, and 1341 blue. I actually didn't realize whilst killing Araxxor that I was getting a lot of crimson and blue. I barely look at the charms anymore because I know I'm not going to go for 120 summoning. I'm just not interested in doing that, at least not for the time being. I don't think that's going to change for a while because it's just a money sink and I don't really care about 120 skills unless the skill is actually like 120, like Invention, Slayer, and Dungeoneering. But yeah, if you guys are interested in getting a lot of summoning XP and you need those crimson and blue charms and you want to get a lot of money whilst doing so, then it seems like Araxxor is a great place to come camp for them. In terms of other items, we got 68 overload flasks, 10 Triskelion fragments, and 4 effigies, which I later learned were the drop as a result of a failed spider leg roll. But then I think on the last day we got an effigy and the spider leg top. So I'm not really sure if that was true or not, I still don't know. But if it is, then sad times, we could have had another 3 spider legs. And throughout the week we gained 240 Araxxor kills. And I thought this was actually going to be a bit more because towards the end we were getting quite a few more kills in comparison to days 1 to 4. But then again, in days 1 to 4 we were dying quite a bit and we weren't getting as many kills as days 5, 6, and 7. The main 2 days where I got a lot of kills were days 5 and 6. I think I got around 43 each on each of those days. So on those days there was around 9 kills an hour. So it must have been a lot less for days 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. And over the whole week I averaged at around 6.8 kills an hour, which I'm disappointed with kinda. I'm sure if we do an Araxxor week in the future I'll get a lot more kills because this time I definitely won't die as much. Moving on to the individual loot. Now I saved everything that we got throughout the week in the bank, and here it is in my inventory. Every single item that we got throughout the Araxxor week, apart from the uniques, which I'll take out a bit later because they won't fit in my inventory. So let's check out how much we made exactly in terms of normal loot. We made 219.1 mil. That is absolutely crazy. 81 mil comes from the Uncut Onyx drops, and we got 34 Uncut Onyxes, so that means we got a total of 17 Uncut Onyx drops in total, because they drop in groups of 2, and we did get lucky with those Uncut Onyx drops within days 5 and 6, so a great deal of our money does come from there. The second biggest money maker were these Saradomin Brew Flasks, and we got 1,061 of them, and that equated to around 23 mil. We got 2,378 enchanted onyx bolts, and that equated to around 19.1 mil, 46 Serenic scales, which was around 17 mil, 128 magic seeds, which were around 15 mil, around 8.2 mil in cash, 1,063 battle staffs, 3 Araxxite pheromones, 500 runite ore, 343 super restore flasks, 520 hydrix bolt tips, 534 magic talismans, 1,041 black dragonhide leathers, 100 rune plate bodies, around 20,000 Araxxite arrows, 5,052 magic logs, 667 grimy lanternimes, 9,600 U-logs, 662 rocktail, 450 grimy dwarf reeds, 800 adamantite ore, 450 vanto, 4,800 coal, and finally 150 dwarf reed seeds. And yeah, that is it for the normal loot. We got a crap ton of stuff, and all that is going to be sitting in my loot tab. I'm not going to be selling this for a while, and I'll show you the loot tab at the end of the video. This is where all the items are just going to be sitting, because I want to make a loot tab that's worth 1 bill, so all this going into that is 219 mil. That's 1/5 of the loot tab already made. And yeah, once I get to a loot tab that's worth 1 bill, I'll make a video of me selling it all. But for now, the big moment. Here we have every single unique item that we got in our inventory. Let's first of all make the spider leg. And there we go, here we have the spider leg in our inventory. Let's see how much this is worth. It's worth 157.6 mil right now. And this has actually been going up over the past week or so. So I guess that's pretty good for us. Now let's make the Noxious Scythe. Here we go, Noxious Scythe. Let's craft that. Constructing this weapon is a one-way process. Be sure you're ready to create this item. Oh, trust me, I'm ready to get the 215 mil or whatever it's worth. And there we go, the Noxious Scythe. Let's see how much this is worth at the moment. 215.5 mil. And we can't really make anything with the rest of the items that we have in our inventory. I was going to buy spider legs and add hilts onto them. However, right now, the current prices of the Noxious Scythe on the Noxious Longbow are not that different to the spider leg. So there's only about 1.5 mil profit that I'll be making off each of them. And that's if I buy it for the prices that the Grand Exchange tells me. But like I said, the spider leg has been increasing in price recently. So I think the price is a bit more expensive in the Grand Exchange. So I really won't be making that much money off each of them. So I think I'm just going to save them in the bank for a while till I'm able to either make another spider leg and then I'll add it onto that, or I'll just keep them in the bank until the profit that I'm able to get from them is worth doing. But for now, let's go sell our Noxious Scythe. So I put it in for 212 mil just because I wanted to sell it instantly, and it sold for 215.1 mil. So for our normal loot, we earned 219 mil, and our Noxious Scythe earned us 215 mil, so that makes it a grand total of 434 mil. And since we did this for 35 hours, that means we earned 12.4 mil an hour. And no, we're not going to include the 4 Araxxes webs and the 2 Araxxes eyes, but if you wanted to, you could just add another 1.5 mil for each of them, so another 12 mil onto the grand total. But I decided not to add it on just because I don't think I'm going to gain the money from it anytime soon, because like I said earlier, I'm going to try and wait until their individual price goes up. But regardless of that, I am still extremely pleased with this week. I mean, honestly, it couldn't have gotten much better. I really enjoyed doing it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Thank you for all the support, all the help, all the tips, and I wanted to ask you guys, what other week-long series do you think I can do? Because I already have one in mind, and that's Nex, since that's also another boss that I really wanted to learn, and that also has pretty decent loot. So that one is definitely going to come relatively soon. But I just want you guys' input on some ideas, because I really don't know on what other week-long series that I can do. In the past, I've already done a bossing week, a slayer week, and then this week I did the Araxxor week. So yeah, it would just be interesting to see your guys' ideas and what you want to see from me. And it can be anything, by the way. It doesn't have to be a loot video. Just shout out your ideas and I'll probably end up doing some of them. Oh, and also I forgot to show you guys, this is my loot tab. It has everything that I gained from Araxxor, obviously not including the Noxious Scythe. And yeah, not going to go over everything within the tab, but it looks relatively decent up to now. I think it's worth around 700 to 800 mil maybe, so I think I only need to get around 200 mil more, but I may end up getting like another 300 or 400 mil more, just so I make sure that it's going to be over 1 bill when I sell it, because I don't want to gather it up for ages and then it end up being like 950 mil. I just wish there was a way that you could like price check individual tabs, because then that will make my life so much easier. But yeah, I guess this is just a sneak peek at an upcoming video. But anyways, that is it from me. Thank you guys for watching this week. Remember to leave your suggestions down below, and I will see you in the next video. Peace!